Hey guys, how you doing? I am out in the shop for a little while tonight. I've got a couple of items, maybe 2 items over there for mail call, and I'll get to those shortly. And what I'm out here for tonight is really not to film, but the other day I made this, and what this is I always take notes when I make my my Bespoke pens, and those are the notes I took the other day when I made a test pen to get ready for my club demo. Now the club demo was supposed to be this past Sunday. I'm not sure what happened because I missed the previous meeting and it got moved to August, which is great because that gives me 2 months to get in some practice. And my objective is with these instructions, I want to tonight, I've got a few small pieces over here. They don't really match, but that's cool because I'm just going to take those pieces and follow these instructions step by step, and we're going to make sure the measurements are right, the bit sizes are right, make any adjustments we need to. So I'll be adding stuff, taking stuff off, changing them in an effort to get a good set of plans. I'm still not 100% sold on a section yet. I just haven't dialed in on that yet. But I'm hoping by taking these notes, I'm going to change up what I did last time just a tiny bit. And I'm hoping, to start getting a little bit closer to that. Once I get to a section that I really like, and I feel like I've got a good pen, I'll PDF those instructions and offer them up to anybody who wants them. It's just a matter of, it's going to take me a little bit longer because, well, I'm not moving as fast as I used to these days. And let me see, let's see, I've definitely got 1 box. Well, maybe I only got 1 box to open for you guys tonight, but we'll get to that here shortly. I'm gonna get busy and see how far I can get on testing out my pen instructions, my Bespoke pen instructions. It's hot out here, guys. Well, I got a section done, and notice the nib of the section is a little longer. I didn't sand it up. I was just basically practicing, and I need to throw a shout out to Mark Phelps. Mark sent me, this is a piece he sent me, and I used it on a pen I did for the section, and I used it today to practice, and now I have this section. And the thing about this section is I drilled it a little deeper. It's kind of still dirty. I hadn't cleaned it yet, but I drilled it a little deeper, and I put a spring down in there, and then I can use the spring it pushes the ink back a little bit. So that way, if I drill a little too deep into the body, the spring will take that little bit of extra length in the body up. So it's kind of nice, and it also lets me use a little longer nib. Here's one where I used another piece of that the other day. Let me hold them side by side, and you can see. Whoa! See the difference in the nib? It's another 1/4 of an inch longer. So that's just something I'm experimenting with. I like the longer nib because it's a little more comfortable to write with, in my opinion. Now, I know everybody's a little different, but I'm done. It's about 8:45. I'm going to go in. I'm going to open up this box real quick for you guys, and then we're going to call it a night. Please excuse the messiness of the shop. I haven't been doing a lot of cleaning out here lately. That's coming, trust me. But I picked up some lacquer this week, a little Watco lacquer for the Hot Wheels shelves that my son and I made about a month and a half back. And when I get a decent day, hopefully this coming weekend, I'm going to get out and lacquer those so we can get them hung in his room and he can get his Hot Wheels displayed. Also, the other day, I bought one of these for the shop. Now, you might remember I got a couple of fire extinguishers, one at each door, but I got to looking around. We were changing batteries and smoke detectors, and I don't have a smoke detector out here. The only issue is I got to get out the long extension ladder because my ceiling's 12 foot high. So I've got it here. I've got another one. I'm going to put a smoke carbon monoxide in the big garage, and I just need to get that big ladder out of the shed. It was just way too hot today. Didn't want to mess with it. Now this box here came from a fellow named Tim Geist over at Geist Manufacturing. Tim manufactures a lot of stuff. I mean a ton of stuff for the Turner. He's the guy who manufactured this, which is my sanding jig. I just basically clamp this to the slide on my disc sander, and I put a punch in here that is the same size as the tube of the pin that I want to trim. And this thing is incredible. I've used the heck out of this. I haven't used a barrel trimmer since I got this, and to be honest, I won't use a barrel trimmer. And Tim told me the other day when we talked that the barrel trimmer, the shafts for those are great. If you've already invested in those, just clamp them in here and use those because they're shorter than the tube, and they're perfect for trimming your pins up too. I just bought a set of punches, I don't know, $12, $15, and I've got every size I can imagine. I've never had a pin that I didn't have a punch the proper size for. But he sent me this, and he called me and told me this was coming. And it's incredible what he sent me. But then he calls me today and tells me, hey, have you opened it yet? I feel something else in there for you. So I kind of know what's in here, but then I kind of don't. And what this is this is a jig he's come up with that works on your bandsaw. And basically, you set this, and you can trim any size tube you want. I'm sorry about the little pause in the action there. My wife came out and she's going to pick my son up, and I didn't want you guys to have to listen to the garage door going up and down and the car starting and backing out, so I just paused the video. But here it is. Now, this is obviously not how it's going to look. It's strapped together. It needs to be assembled. Instructions come with it. You guys are going to see a little more on this. I probably will. Well, the issue I'm having right now, and when Tim called me, is kind of ironic. My darn bandsaw is broke, so I have no bandsaw. I need to get a new one, and I just haven't gotten real aggressive about getting one because I hadn't spent the time in the shop. But what this does is once you set this up, you can just basically cut any length blank you want perfectly every time. So I am psyched about this. I can't wait to use it because if it's anything like the sanding jig, I just found my new best friend in the shop. And I'll keep you guys posted on this. We'll do an assembly video and we'll test it all out as soon as I get a bandsaw. And Tim, I tell you what, I gotta say thank you. I don't think he watches these videos, but he must have watched one of my videos and saw the sorry state that my Sierra bushings, my turn between center Sierra bushings were in, because check this out. He sent me, oh my gosh, let's open them up and see what he sent me. He sent me a bunch of bushings here. I've got the bolt action bushings. They look like they are for the 3/8 inch bolt. I've got the cartridge bullet pin. That's awesome. I have not turned one of those, but I need to. I've got, the Navigator and the Sedona. Love the Navigator. Turn a lot of those. And these are bushings for the Navigator. And then Wall Street 2. These are the ones that I just dropped them. Luckily, I have one of those rubber pads down there. But those are the ones that I was using the other day that were just totally shot. And he told me when he called today, he goes, I threw a few extra things in there for you. So, man, Tim, thank you so much. This is awesome. And guys, keep an eye out for this. I'm on the prowl for a bandsaw. Once I get it, we're going to do an assembly video, and we're going to do a test video, and we're going to see how this thing works. Hey, listen, I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I know this was a quick video, but I just had a little bit of time and wanted to come out and have some fun and test my notes. And I made a few tiny tweaks to the notes, so I'll be heading in the house to update those. And I'll do 2 or 3 more pins and make sure I've got it dialed in pretty good. And then I promise you guys I'm going to get those out there. I'll put it out. I've got a Google Drive that I can put that on, and I'll have a video where I'll tell you about it, and I'll put a link over here and on the other channel so you guys will be able to find it if you're interested. Have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you again real soon.